in the MF game. I wanted to come on here briefly, right, and just highlight something, right? Because you all continue to show Ryan Garcia how powerful he is. Everybody's talking about what Ryan Garcia said. Still, he fought the 20th, May 20th. We're in July. We're going to be on a month and a half. And for someone who had no championships besides an interim WBC title at the lightweight division, y'all still talking about him. You all is giving this man so much shine that yesterday on Spaces, before he even joined, he had like 1,500 people waiting. Right? Right? He comes on there, he has these goofballs that's hyping him up to my, what's up with the low energy? And Ryan say, oh, I just finished having some good sex. You know what I'm saying? Ryan said, I'm a little bit tired. You know what I'm saying? I've cut back on my drinking. I just finished having some real good sex. And, I'm here. As a man, I can attest to real good sex. You know what I'm saying? With your girl. Can bring you into something with low energy. I can attest to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if some of you other squares out there can, but I can attest to that, right? But that's besides the point. Just a little humor to wake up your Monday. You feel me? Back to the topic. Ryan is continuing to get mad play. I'm talking about mad play. And a lot of it's coming from blacks, right? My people. But not into that, not just that. I've been there with y'all already. I want to highlight certain people who take advantage of the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You take advantage of the opportunity to put yourself in a situation to ride the fence. You want to ride the fence, knowing that there's lookouts like me out here that's done heard you be on the far side before. I've heard you. You know what I'm saying? So, Baby Side is still talking about Ryan Garcia. And talking about what Mason Cameron is saying and all this other stuff, right? And I'm going to break some down just as simplistic as it gets as a black person. But first I want to highlight a content creator that was mentioned. Some caller that was on the channel or some, he was calling in speaking on the topic. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, right? They mentioned Punch Drunk. And look, me and Punch Drunk have had our situation. He know what it is. When we last met, that's where I'm at with. I'm gonna leave it at that. But that doesn't mean I cannot comment on something that you said recently. Like I said before, I'm commenting on your recent. So don't make it more than what it is. That's all I'm saying. Don't make it more than what it is. Punch Drunk had mentioned that if the blacks can use the N-word and all that, and I'm quoting, everybody should be able to use it. Is that what you said, Punch Drunk? Punch Drunk has been one of those voices who himself went on that freaking racist tirade as a black Hispanic. And he called another black man the ER word. Just like when I played the video back over and over again, and it really touched a lot of people the wrong way, you know, saying, dang, this individual called you the higher. Well, you know what? I mentioned it just for me because it happened to me. But this dude, Punch Drunk, he's also have audio out there where he called somebody in over and over again. And that person was black. Okay? So now for him to come out here and say that if the blacks use it, first of all, you're black. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, you're black. You say if we can use it, everybody can use it. Okay, you've shown that everybody can use it, because in a time where it was used in the most abrasive way, you know what I'm saying, the most acoustic, I'm talking about insulting, disrespectful, despicable way, you're defending the Hispanic. And the reason why you defending Hispanic, because you ride the fence a lot of times and you want to lean heavier on the Hispanic side than the black side. But truth be told, big dog, you're black. You're black and Hispanic. I guarantee you, if you did a DNA test, you'll have more black in you than you had Hispanic. But that's not even the course of action where I'm trying to go with this. All I'm saying is, how can you say everybody should be able to use it, right? When you used it, it was in the same facet for which Ryan Garcia used it. And I got the receipts, brother. But this is not about him. You know, I played the ER word when it was directed to me, right? Everybody that was back there know which video I'm talking about. They know. They know which video I'm talking about. Real talk, they know. If you're going to use the ER word in a way to damage someone, and that's exactly what he did. He used it in a way to damage, you know what I'm saying, to cause damage, to disrespect. Then how can you speak on everyone should be able to use it as if it's a socially accepted word? That's what you're saying. You're saying it's socially accepted. But when you called another black man an N-er, you wasn't using it in a way that it was just a simple conversation, and you was using it in the delightful manner, because there's no delightful manner when it comes to the N-er word. You know what I'm saying? So you was using it in the same manner and behavior and intent of Ryan Garcia. You call that man an N-er over and over and over again, bro. That's what you did, Punch Drunk. You hate. You have video out there where you hate someone calling you an N-ah with the A on it. You hate that. But yet you're gonna use your card. You're using your card. You know what I'm saying? You want to use your Hispanic card to be an advocate and say, hey, if the blacks can use it. No, you're black. And you used it the same way that other guy, Julina, used it. Y'all used it in the same facet to do damage in a negative light. You did. I don't have to make this shit up. You used it, brother. It's been plenty of time when somebody done call you the NR, and you like, don't call me that. I'm not. And you get hurt and messed up over it. And then you try so many times to act like you don't have no black in you, but you black. Yes, you know how to speak Espanol. Bravo. Bravo. Kudos, senor. Kudos to you. But you are on record. Why aren't you talking about yourself first? Talk about yourself first. Tell the people how much apologetic you were when you said the word over and over again to disrespect someone. Let's hear that out first before you say, hey, let me get on X and say, if the blacks can use it, then everybody can use it. Okay. Why don't you explain why you used it? Then we can get somewhere. Then we can start the progress. Enough of him. Baby Side was talking about, there's no word in the dictionary that hits harder than that. And I understand as a black man, you're right. You know what I'm saying? But look, don't feel no type of way. I'm not here to for people to define how black they are with me. I'm not. But hear me out. Hear me out when I'm telling you this. I'm black, right? Just because you black doesn't mean you experience racism just like the slaves did. My ancestors and slaves who went through that, who didn't have the rights we had today, they experienced some shit that we never experienced. They experienced waking up in the morning with a whip. They experienced knowing they was waking up and they weren't going to the theme park. They was going to the fields to work, and to slave hour after hour after hour without any paycheck. They was the property of somebody. Yeah, my people want to speak about it in this day and time and never worked in a plantation, never worked hard in their life. I'm just being honest, yo. Just because you're black and you can talk about being black and racism, yes, you can speak on it. Who am I to say otherwise? But check this out. A lot of you all didn't grow up in areas where you really experienced the whites still calling you the N word all the time. I grew up in the South. I had to go to educational systems where the principal's still calling us N-er. And then we'll lie to our parents and say we did something bad just so we can get paddled. Yeah, racism was still going on down there. They will call and look, the parents, sometimes the parents didn't know no better. They didn't know any better, bro. The principal come, your child did this, your child was took another kid's markers, or something like that. We requested he get paddled 6 times, for his punishment, else he'll be suspended. Suspended? It wasn't no fight. So you can imagine what we're going through with the authority that was in charge, the lying, them calling you out your name and paddling you with a paddle. You think they paddle you like you was their kid? Fuck no. So, but check this out though. Some of my people, I'm not here to subtract or reduce what racism that we've experienced, but I'm saying in certain areas, some of us experience racism more than others. Just because you have a voice to speak on racism, I don't understand why some of you get up here and speak as if you are the grand poobah of all. What you experienced in life changes everything for everybody else. You have to understand, we can only relate from the race that we was born into. There's other freaking ethnicities and races out here that would tell you they've been treated worse than blacks. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why my people and me, we speak just, because I can only speak off where I was born. I was born a black man. But there's other freaking races out here that'll tell you what happened to my people is worse than your people. And then we'll have a conflict because a human being can only relate to the presence for which they was brought into this earth with. You wasn't brought into an earth in a shell, and they gave you an option. Let me see, do I want to be, let me see, what do I want to be? Let me see, Egyptian, what I want, black, do I want to be Jewish, Spanish, Hawaiian, what, Korean, Japanese? You didn't come in here with that option. They didn't give you a whole layout. You weren't sitting up there when you just hit the light, the heat lamp at 9 months. Oh shit, okay. All right, hey mom, what's up? Pop, what you up to? You know what I'm saying? They giving me a choice other than what you are. They giving me a choice. They giving me a choice on what I want to be, even though my parents are black. They giving me that's not the way it worked. That's not the way it fucking worked. When your parents birthed you, they didn't give you an option to say, hey, we know your parents are black, but we're giving you an option on what you want to be. Kids' rights. Okay, kids have rights too. And that wasn't the case, yo. So I'm telling you, there's certain races out there that say, oh, I've experienced adversity too, just like us. That's why, some races, they get very angry when the blacks will say, oh, it's just me, me, me. And they say, oh, I had people, you know what I'm saying, in my race who faced adversity and death, murder, you know what I'm saying, oppression, all of that. So when some of you all come up here and speak strictly for the blacks and you act like globally, you got to understand something. When you speak about globally, you're speaking from a standpoint and a situation of people that you are related to by birth and that you're educated on because you yourself is black. If you look at other people and the way they are thinking about this, blacks are not the larger percentage of minority, okay? We're not the larger group of minority in the world. We're not. So there's other races out here with a larger percentage than us that they're saying, I've experienced freaking adversity and racism too. And I want you to acknowledge that I experienced racism. That's what I want you to do. You know what I'm saying? They say, I want you to acknowledge my struggle just like you want us to acknowledge your struggle. I'm not saying that's the way I think. All I'm saying is you have certain people out here that's going to think like that. They're going to say blacks is not the larger percentage when it comes to race in the world, but there are a lot of ethnicities that has black in their DNA. We totally get it. But for us to really do a consensus and get people to take tests to see what the true raw numbers are with all the new births and everything, is absolutely impossible for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely impossible.